Good morning and welcome. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason on this Tuesday. I hope it finds you well out there. I got to tell you right now, get ready. We are going to, we've been giving away gold and silver all year. Today is going to be a huge giveaway day. This is going to be buy it today or we send it back to the wholesalers. In other words, we're going to dump it. So we're going to heat these things up. If you've been waiting patiently for your opportunity, write the number down, 800-951-0592. If you've never bought gold before, today's your day. You just call that number. Say, I want the special. You know what we're going to ask? Real tough question. How many would you like? It's going to be it. Obviously, we're going to get your name, your address, phone number, right? And, of course, now listen. I want people to understand this. We don't call customers. What I mean by that, obviously, we'll call you to say, hey, your order's ready, come pick it up. For those of you that do that sort of thing, if you're in Arizona or Colorado and you want to pick up, you absolutely can save on the shipping cost. But other than that, we never call you. We don't email you. Again, unless we're doing, business, like we'll email you a tracking number and stuff. But you understand what I'm saying. You could do $1 million today and literally never hear from us again. We don't sell your data to anybody. I know, but you're a sales company. Yeah, I know. Maybe we do it wrong, but I think people appreciate that. We're different than everybody else, and I think that means something. By the way, for those of you involved in Texit, man, last week was a record. We are killing last week's numbers. So that means what? Another record today. Like, there's already been 100 new miners already, and it's 8 o'clock here in Phoenix. We're going to be at 15,000 this time next week, give or take a day. Right. So remember the things just getting in before the 15,000. What does that do? That just allows you to get some more power without doing anything. That's it. That's it. But by the way, start doing stuff. Look how comfortable Texit looks above $2. The growth rate is incredible. Remember, the path to $16. You go right out there. Listen, Texit doesn't hide it. It's not a secret. Go look at the videos. They'll tell you exactly how they're going to be there by February. I hope you guys don't miss it. I really hope you don't. If you haven't signed up yet, do it today. A bunch of you have been calling about signing up other people. Get it done. Get it done. Get in your grandfather. This is the cool part what Texit does. Anytime as they get bigger and bigger and bigger, they give away less and less and less. It just makes sense. Right? Just makes sense. But from when you get in, you're grandfathered forever until the mine's full. Right? And I keep telling you, the mine's going to be full by the end of next year. It'll be over. Be done. All you can do is buy the coin at that point. Get in. So got to do two things today. One, take advantage of the huge special we're going to give. Two, get your Texit stuff done. Let's see what happened today. We've got an opening at the Fed. Kugler, she stepped down, and Trump is going to nominate a replacement. She is I'll say a Powell loyalist. And I don't know about loyal. She's been voting for no rate hikes, okay? And she is a voting member. People are speculating that Donald Trump is going to fill the seat with the person that he wants to take over at the Fed when Jay Powell's term is up in May. This morning, he took Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent out of the running. Bessent said thanks, but no thanks. It looks like it's going to be either Kevin Warsh, who is a former Fed governor, or Kevin Hazard, who I want to say is right now the economic advisor to the president. Those are the two front runners. I think it's going to be Warsh. Why does this matter? Well, it's just going to put more pressure to get these rates down. Gold is doing exactly what I told you it's going to do. Understand what is going to happen. Okay, let me lay it out for you in case you miss it, in case you don't want to hear it. You're going to listen. Well, maybe you're not. I don't know. I hope you listen. Rates are going to go lower. Will yields go lower with it? We will see. I believe that we are in for a rate cutting cycle that most people are unaware of. It's going to be much bigger than people think. On top of that, inflation is not going to go away. It's not going to go lower like a lot of people wish it would. And oh, by the way, after this last gasp, it's going to be tough to get any types of returns on Wall Street or your bank accounts. We'll be back after the break. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. Let's take a quick look at the markets here. The Dow is down 125 points. The S&P is down 25. The Nasdaq's down 75. We had inflation problems today. We'll get to that in a minute. The 10-year note, 4.20. It was going lower today. And then, well, we had inflation problems. We'll get to that, like I said, in a little bit. Crude oil still down $1. Been falling because China and India basically said, yeah, whatever, we're buying Russian oil. We'll see. I don't know. But that deadline's coming up at the end of the week. Gold. Yeah. I mean, do I need to say it? Yeah, it's higher. Spot gold's up a dozen. 33.87. Silver, right? It's up 37.75. By the way, TV gold. Are you ready? 34.40. By the way, TV gold now is the December gold contracts. And nobody is locking in. What do I mean by that? The gold miners? Like right now, think about this. Gold miners can be like, wait a minute. You'll give me $3,440 right now, and I'll give you the gold in December. Because spots, 33.88, 33.87. And they're all like, nah, no thanks. And why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Because they know. Right? They know. Well, we're going to get a whole lot more than 33.40 in December. Let's get to it. This is very limited. Today is it. If we don't move it, I'm dumping it back onto the wholesalers just to give you an idea. $20 gold pieces, I got them at $34.90. I've got 30 of them, $33.95. So what, $6, $7, $8 over spot? December, right? It's what, $45 below December gold. When you're watching on the TV today, you'll see gold at $34.40. You'll be like, what? I can buy 20 for $33.95. Yes, you can. And I still have the $20 $10 pieces from yesterday. Guess what? $1,700. That put it at $3,400. If it was me, I'd buy the 10s first and then all the 20s. Heck, if you could afford to buy all of it, I would buy every single ounce of it at 800-951-0592. What happened? Well, we had the PMI come out, and the ISM Service PMI. Okay, so we are the quote unquote, we're the service economy. That's what we are. This is a weird one. I don't know why they do this weird crap. But 50 is like, okay, we're doing, the same. Like business isn't good, but it's not horrible, but it's not good, right? Came in at 50.1, well below expectations. By the way, that is the lowest since June of 2024. So that's great news, right? Because remember, bad news is good, right? Rate cuts. But then there was a problem because the prices paid in this group. So think about this. Business kind of sucks. Prices paid for materials, services, and others climbed to 69.9. Remember, 50 means prices aren't going up, they're not going down. So we're way above it. By the way, the highest since October of 2022. I have a hard time with that. Right? Remember when inflation, we got to like 9% and you're saying it's higher than that? Yeah, this was crazy high. Inside of that, the employment index, 46.4. The fourth time in 5 months that the people said they're not hiring. Matter of fact, they're firing. And by the way, the lowest reading since the pandemic. So this was the big thing driving the markets today. Just again, nobody really knows what to do. Outside of the tech sector, they said everything else was a drag on the economy. A subdued demand from consumers, bad tourism, falling exports. I don't need to tell you, gosh, Las Vegas, you know what? I'm getting a little creeped out now. Nobody's there. Hotels are saying they're empty. The housing market is collapsing. Boy, we need rate cuts. That's all I'm going to say. We just need to have rate cuts. Home sellers outlisting home buyers by the most in over a decade. Yeah, there's not a lot of places to go. Listen, understand what's going to happen. It is going to be very difficult to find returns. Gold right now is telling you what to do. $20 gold pieces. $33.95. Right now, spot gold, $33.8820. $10 gold pieces, $1,700. It's insane. At 800-951-0592. We heard from Vanguard yesterday. about where they expect Wall Street to be. Not very encouraging. Today it was Moody's saying that the consumer is flat. Construction, manufacturing is contracting. Immigration policies are causing economic struggle. You know what? I was wondering when that was going to come up. Right? Nobody's coming across now. There's no free this and free that. Right? Think about all these places. Right? We were housing them, feeding them. Yeah, it makes sense. The United States economy on the precipice of recession, according to Mark Zandi from Moody's in a post yesterday, calling the consumer stagnant in most places outside of tech, in an outright decline, rising inflation. Difficult for the Federal Reserve to provide stimulus while unemployment remains low. The economy, he's calling it an economy-wide hiring freeze. We'll see what happens here, but get your ducks in a row. Gone are going to be, think about this, money markets, savings accounts. Interest is going to go away there. You're just not going to get it. I think rates are going to go way lower than these guys think. I think Donald Trump has a firm grasp. He's already got 2 dissenters already. Now he's going to add a third. By the way, both of those dissenters are on the list too. There's 4 people on the list. I don't think either one of them are going to get it. But now he's going to have a third. He is on record. He wants the Fed's funds rate at 1%. That means you get nothing. Nothing. Here's the thing. Inflation will not go away. Now, is it going back to 8, 9? I don't think so. I don't think so. But be ready. Right? Very possible that we're going to have to live with 3 or 4%. I'm just going to have to live with that. 3 to 4%. That's Jason, I think, in the background, getting ready to come on. He's been super, super busy. But think about it. How's Wall Street going to react? Now, at first, like, well, lower rates will help Wall Street. Yeah, initially, but not with inflation running. And especially if the jobs market doesn't come back around. Right now, the firing hasn't quite started. But the hiring has stopped. Prices paid the highest, crazy, since 2022. Today, I don't know. Where are you going to get returns? It's simple. Got to get returns in gold. You're going to get returns in silver. I mean, this market is designed for gold and silver. We got runaway debts that's going to get worse. Now think about this. Or they're essentially getting ready to open the door. Well, we got to have stimulus on top of the big, beautiful bill and all of the. I think they do. Here's the other thing, too. Get ready for more Wall Street buying of the housing market. I'm just telling you right now, Jason, it just smells like it, doesn't it? The consumer, they can't sell their houses. Everybody's struggling. They're going to lower the rates, and here comes Wall Street, right? I just see it. Renter Nation is making another we're going to make another jump in Renter Nation.
The banking system sucks. Jack, turn me up just a tad. This is I'm going to have quite the story, and Joe knows I'm going to have quite the story because I'm being debanked, and I'm in the process here, and it sucks. And so I'm trying to operate on 7 fronts. I feel like I'm the Germans at the end of World War II. It's coming from all sides, right? Jack, am I on?
You're on.
Okay.
You're great, Jason. You're fine. You're fine.
I can't hear. All right. Anyways, I'm noticing a lot of things.
Now you got a little softer.
How about that?
There you go. There you go.
Jack, there we go. There we go. I'm noticing a few things as I'm operating out of Johnstown, and there's not a lot of banks here, Joe. It's kind of funny how fast it's growing, right? It's growing really fast.
Wow, now I just lost you completely there.
I think it might be the mic. Is my mic gone?
Okay. All right. That's all right. All right. Jason's going to switch mics here. It happens. You can't control when the mics decide they don't want to work anymore. But Jason is going through a debanking process. A bank that there was a credit union that he's been a part of since he was a kid. You know, his mom opened him up an account. You know, he's had since he was a kid, been there for over 30 years, almost 40 years. The biggest gold sale maybe left for the year. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe it won't be. $20 gold pieces. $7. Actually, now $6 above spot.
Turn it down a little bit.
You're loud. You're loud now.
How's that? That sounds a little better. Yeah, there we go.
800-951-0592 again, really quickly. You know what? Debank. It's a real thing. Better have some gold in case you get debanked. Then you can still operate. $20 gold pieces, $33.95. Spots $33.87. December gold, $33.41. Sorry, $34.41. My bad. $34.41. Yeah. Think about this. Basically, all the other gold contracts, you're way below spot, but the spot price right now, right, $7 over spot for a 20. I got 20 10s at $1,700. That puts 10s at $3,400. Listen, here's the problem. If you don't get in today, $20 gold pieces tomorrow are going to be $3,500. Why? Well, because I've dumped all of this back to the wholesaler.
Yep.
$10 pieces, $18.50. That's $150 off. That's like $300 an ounce off. 800-951-0592.
Take advantage. Take advantage.
Take advantage, guys.
Because there is so little buying in gold and silver in the last year and a half. 24 and 25, these last couple of years, this retail has just been so slow. And Joe and I...
Just all huge billionaire buying, central bank buying, sovereign wealth fund buying.
We're trying to keep the retail prices really far down, and the amount that we can pay is just going to be less. I mean, the distributors are just not, they're paying us below spot for stuff, and then we have to insure it, we have to ship it, we have to take the risk of it going down on the day after you sold it to us. So it really is a buyer's market. This is a buyer's market. It's a buyer's market. Buyer's market. Now, there's a ton of people selling to us, and congratulations, you're selling it in the 3,500 range, or 3,200, 3,000, 2,900, whatever the price is that you're selling it for. You're way ahead than 2 years ago. I mean, spot price end of 2023 was around $1,800 or $1,900, so you're way ahead. But we can't control what Joe said. Central banks, the distributors, these wholesalers that we send the stuff to, if they get a glut, off to the smelters. And you want to know who pays the least? The smelters, because they're going to put it in 1,000-ounce deliverable silver bars and 100-ounce deliverable gold bars, and then guess who's buying those? And so, weird market, right, Joe? It's just a weird market, but it's the peanut butter jar, right? Here comes the spatula, and they want to clean everyone out. Keep your peanut butter. This is what it is, Joe. Keep your peanut butter as best you can. If you have to sell it, great. And you guys out there, how great are you guys out there that sold your gold or traded your gold and got into your Texit coin? You rode this gold price right up to $3,500 and then traded your Texit coin in to buy your gold coins in to get Texit coins. and watch that asset take off. I think Joe and I have done a stupendous job of putting you in a really good place if you wanted to invest in Texacoin. And if you need to sell it, you need to pay the deductible on the hail on your roof, or you need to buy a car, or a wedding coming up, or whatever, down payment on a house. Bring it on in. Don't be surprised. It's the prices are lower than that spot price generally because, Joe, everyone's out of money, it seems like. But then I got my banking situation. I'm looking for a new bank, and I'm like, well, let's get something close. And there's one bank close here, and I'm going to be using this bank to do radio station. But I was like, maybe I should do something different with the crypto side, since one bank is, the bank that I've had since I was 5 years old is tossing me out. And I'm looking around, and there's just no banks around here. They were building and building and building. They got Buc-ee's, and they got Murdoch's, and they got the big grocery store, Woods, and housing area here, housing area there, and they're not putting any banks in, Joe. They're not putting any banks in. What does that tell you? They don't want to put any more brick and mortar stores up. What does that tell you about what they're thinking about doing, Joe? Going brick and mortar free of banking. That's where we're headed. The credit union I'm being tossed out of, and I'll have more. As soon as I get that account cleared out, we'll talk about it. But they've been changing all their branches, Joe. They have these, instead of going up to a teller, you walk, and you may already have this in Arizona. You guys are ahead usually. You walk up and you have this little stand-up booth where you're standing next to this guy like he's your friend at a bar or something, right? In a little glass, there's this little tiny glass thing, and then there's somebody on the other side. So I bring in $10,000 cash to deposit. The guy I did this the other day, putting cash in, and the Hispanic guy with the tattoos couldn't believe all the cash I was unloading right there. He got to have a nice full view of it. They hate cash. They hate that you are trying to do anything to fix your financial situation, better yourself financially. Joe, they want all of us has-beens and losers to be has-beens and losers, don't they? They want us to keep our lot in life and not do better. They don't want you to do Texacoin. This is showing you why. Oh, you can't do Texacoin. What do you think you're doing? You're going to make money? No, you're out of here, right, Joe?
Listen, all of you out there and I get it, right? I don't like the technology, and I missed it. I'm too old. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's a bunch of crap. That's what they want you to do.
They're scaring you away from
nothing.
It. They're scaring you away from it.
Let me tell you right now. Keep your money in the bank. Don't get any interest, right? Sit there, prey on your stock market accounts. You guys, I'm just telling you have to do this. Period.
They hate that there's money out there that they can't put their hands on. They hate it.
We all need to learn how to operate in this space, period. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, I don't want to learn. No, bull. Bull. We need to do it. Listen, I've already told you, you're not getting any more interest. It's going away again. Your money markets aren't going to give you crap. Your bank certainly isn't going to give you anything. And guess what? Wall Street, these returns are done, guys. I'm sorry, but they're done. You better know how to operate in this space. And I'm going to tell you right now, listen, is it crypto risky? Yeah. Does it make any sense? Nope. Right? I don't know. They decide what is money and what isn't. Not us. They do. Here's the great thing about what we're doing here. We're going to learn together. Hell, we have meetings monthly. So you can sit there and learn. Well, gosh, I don't know. How do I, I'm not great with my phone. Not great. So what? If you got a smartphone, you got to have a computer, a tablet, something that's been, in the last 5 years, because that's how technology is. Need to learn how to do it. And by the way, it doesn't hurt that this thing kicks ass. Right? That certainly doesn't hurt, does it? 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. after the break. 800-951-0592 again. It's the gold giveaway today. $20 gold pieces, pretty much that spot, $33.95. Like I said, December gold's already almost $34.50 now. Going way higher. And guess what? None of the miners want, we're not selling it to you for that. No. Why? Because it's going to be way higher than $34.50 come December. That's why. $10 gold pieces, $1,700 at 800-951-0592. Gold, preserve what you already earned. Get your money now out of the bank and out of the money markets, whatever you've been doing, because those returns are going away. Right? Donald Trump getting ready to probably appoint who's going to be the next Fed governor, Fed chief, filling the seat left vacant by Kugler's resignation. On top of that, the Trump administration is now going to the banks. You know what? Boy, we are nailing this Texan thing. Saying that the Biden era bludgeoned the banks when it came to crypto. The Trump administration says they are now, according to the Wall Street Journal, getting ready to sign an order stopping banks from cutting off services to industries in the crypto space. Guys, get ready here. Why is all this happening? It's not on accident. Oh, it's Donald Trump. No, Donald Trump's just doing what he's told. Digital money's coming, guys. We've got an opportunity, we think, that's going to allow you, at least for another, this window is going to last, I don't know, probably about another year. Because as the mine gets closer to completion, maybe a little more difficult. But this is one thing, when you have this opportunity to make some really good money really quickly, and then it kind of like everything, like Bitcoin, it was great. Oh, we got in super early, it was great. Now it's kind of hard, right? It's at 100,000 plus. Well, it's going to go to 200,000. Okay. Well, you doubled your money. Right?
There's a lot of room with Texacoin to be doing way more than that.
Yeah, we're talking about $2 to $16. Could you imagine $100? I'll just say this. We could be wrong, right? I'm not seeing. Look at how many people are the miners. It's incredible. Listen, we're going to be at 14,000 miners plus on Monday. Somewhere between 14,000 and 14,500. I don't know. When the 15,000 miners come in very, very soon. Right, by tomorrow we'll be above 13,000 miners already, and the busiest sign-up days are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Those are always the busiest days. It's going to be insane.
Jack, on my inbox, show this picture. One of our Texas guys, one of our radio listeners, private citizen Herb. So look for that email with Herb. Pull that picture up, put it on screen if you can. And Joe, you keep talking, but he was at the Houston airport, and he's seeing some of the billboards around Texas, and it's even an outdated billboard. But it's these things are coming here. These things will be coming here. This advertising and this hype that's already well in Texas, it's going to start coming to Arizona and Colorado and other places. And when people start seeing things like this, that doubling over, Joe, could be tripling over.
Yeah. Listen, it's $9.95 for a seat. Becoming a miner, this is cool. This means you get coins every day. This isn't I'm going to buy the coin and sell the coin. Like Bitcoin, wherever you buy it, you sell it. Right? Nobody can mine Bitcoin. It's not profitable. You got to have all kinds of cheap power and huge mines. But I'm getting sidetracked. The most you can invest, $8,955. Well, I guess if you do the 9-pack, you get 3 pay centers. You can put $8,955 in every pay center. There's a chart of Texas when it was at $1.02.
He saw this at the Houston airport just a couple days ago. It needs to be updated. Just tell them, Joe. Tell them what it says. The 2.8 cents in May of 24. I mean, and then
when they first went on the exchange in May of 2024, Texit was 2.8 cents. Right now, it's what, $2.15. This chart had it at $1.02, up 3,540%. Listen, you're not going to get that return now, right? Because it's not 2.8 cents. But the opportunity to make, 4, 5, 8, 10 times, 20 times your money, 100 times your money, it's there with Texit. I hope you guys decide to take the plunge. Like I said, the best part is we're going to do it all together, right? Jason's already had meetings where they learn how to you learn how to sell your crypto and turn it into money. Phoenix, we're getting ready to have our next meeting, which we're going to do the exact same thing. We'll be on the air. I'll be telling you, hey, I'm going to sell X amount of crypto today. I'm going to sell X amount of Texit today. Take some money off the table today. Whatever it's going to be.
I'm going to disagree.
We're going to do it together.
I'm going to disagree with Joe a little bit. That 2.8 cents to $1.02, which is on this billboard at the airport in Houston, which needs to be updated because we're at $2. We're over $2. Well, Joe, that's at $71 or $72, if I got my math wrong. When Texit hits 71 or 72, that could take a while. But if Texit does what it's supposed to do and it's adopted and keeps moving, if you get into Texit now and buy into Texit now, when Texit gets to $71 somewhere in the future, you'll have made your 3,540% again. Or you can buy in now and hold, and over what $71 the way it's going. Hey, in 2028, when the next election cycle, we're going to have Texit at $100. You'll have that 3,500% gain. It still can happen, Joe, from here. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's insane, right? We'll be back after the break. 800-951-0592. Gold's now up $15, $33.90. Probably, what? By the time the day's over, it'll probably be below spot. $20 gold pieces, $33.95. $10 gold pieces, $1,700. That's $33.40. I know, right? Or $3,400. I'm sorry, $3,400. But basically, you're buying them at spot. By the way, that's it. And then I'm dumping them to the wholesaler. You got till the end of the day today at 800-951-0592. Wow. Central banks just hit 22 more metric tons of gold in June. They just don't stop. And that's the ones that reported. As we know, most of them don't like to tell you that they've done it. But, yep, the gold buying just doesn't stop. And, again, this is what Jason and I keep telling you. These you got to remember, 1 ton's 32,150 ounces. We're just buying up boatloads of this stuff. Sovereign wealth funds, boatloads. Guys, why? They know they're ahead. They're like, oh, well, the big move hasn't come yet. We're going to get in first. Get in here. Be smart here. Get your gold put away and get your butt signed up for Texit. That's Jason's quote. Get your buddy signed up. Get your wife signed up. Your kid. Get yourself going here. $995. That's the minimum. Right, that gets you 1 share. If you buy 5 shares, they'll give you 1 share for free. What does that mean? That just means every share gets you X amount of coins. The more shares you have, the more power you have, the more hash. We call it hash. The more hash you have, the more coins you get every day. It's pretty simple. You can buy up to 9 shares in a pay center. If you do 9 shares, they'll give you 2 for free. So that gives you 1,100 hash. It's $8,955. And then they give you 2 empty pay centers that you can start getting coins in by either A, buying up to 9 shares of hash on those centers, which you can do at any time, or by signing up people and putting them under you and turning them on. Yeah. By the way, for anybody who hadn't bought a nine pack, you can upgrade between now and the end of the month and get the 2 extra pay centers, the 2 empty pay centers. Pretty good deal. And not only do they give you the 2 empty, they'll let you put the 2 pay centers right underneath you so you can have stuff rolling up to you. And of course, as we told you, Jason and I, we have a mega leg. It's crazy what it does. We'll fill up one side of your centers almost all the time. The opportunity to get more power by having either you sign people up or us putting people under you, it's insane right now. You know, yesterday I maxed 5 different people's pay centers by putting people under them. People are getting 3 to 600, 100, 300, 600 extra hash just for being in. Yeah. 800-951-0592. We'll be back with the half-empty cup right after this.